Hello all. In today's video, we're going to understand one of the most important concepts, that is regular expressions. Till now, we understood that checkpoint means that we are checking whether the current value of object and the expected value of object is matching exactly same or not. Every time when we're going to execute the test case, we are matching same value. But what if my expected and my actual value is changing all the time? With every test case execution, my data is dynamic. So if you are dealing with dynamic data, which is changing all the time, for example, order number, application number, transaction number, these type of data is expected to change. And it's not going to be same with every execution. For example, let's say if I'm inserting order, first time my order number gonna be first, but next time when I'll execute the test case, order number will change to 2. And if I'll implement checkpoint on it, definitely it will be checking for the same value. Let's say I implemented checkpoint on order number 1. I am telling that my expected result is 1, and when I'll execute it, definitely my actual result will change to 2 and 1 will not match to 2. So if I'm implementing regular checkpoints, this particular test case gonna fail, which should not fail because that is a requirement of client. We don't want order number to be same all the time. Order number will definitely increment with every execution or insertion. So if you have scenarios like that, we use regular expressions. Now how to implement regular expressions? Let's see that. First of all, we're going to create a new test case. Click on that. I'm naming it as regular expressions. Keeping the same name, clicking on create. So the test case is creating. So my test case is created. Always remember, when you are executing any test case or recording any test case, only two things should be open on your screen for better management. One, your application under test, and second, UFT tool with the help of which you are testing it or automating it. So here I will be clicking on record button. I'm clicking on OK over here. So this is my application under test. I'll activate it. Fill the information accordingly. So fly from, I'm taking Los Angeles, and then Portland. I'm choosing class as business class. Number of tickets, choosing it as 4. Click on find flights. Choose the ticket according to your criteria. Click on select flights. I'm putting passenger name as ABC. Anything you can put. We'll click on order. Now look at this confirmation number. Order 176 completed. Next time when I'll execute this, it will be order 177 completed. So this number will keep on changing with every insertion, and that's what is expectation of client, and that should be the actual result too. So till now, as I've told you, we learned that checkpoint means the value should be exactly same. If I'm implementing checkpoint on a particular value, it is constant. Next time also it should be same. But if you have dynamic data like this, which is changing with every execution, we can implement or we can insert regular expressions on that in order to cross-check whether it is behaving according to the client's requirement or not. So in order to implement regular expressions, we'll go to this checkpoint option over here. Click on standard checkpoints. Yes, we will be clicking on standard checkpoints, but definitely we are not implementing standard checkpoints. We will be implementing regular expressions, which is one of the options in standard checkpoints. So we'll click on that. We'll click on this object with the hand icon. Verify the object. Click on OK. Here we'll go to name option over here. So this is the property of object on which I want to implement the regular expression, definitely on the text, because I'm capturing this. So I'm choosing name here. I'll uncheck enabled option and I'll click on name. In order to implement regular expressions, because you can see here it is a constant, that means if I'll keep this option as same, next time if I'll execute it, it will search for order 176, which I know that it will not come, because next time when we'll execute it, it will be order 177. So this will fail if I'll keep it same. Now we will be implementing regular expression. In order to do so, you will click on this pen and pencil option. Look at this. Order 176 completed, and here you have option of regular expression. Now, what are the different types of regular expression? Let's see that. So these are the commonly used regular expressions. 0 to 9, if you think your value which is changing dynamic is of 1 digit length, this is for numbers, then we use 0 to 9 in square brackets. 1 digit, for example, it's 1, it's 2, 3, 4, then we will be using regular expression in 0 to 9. If you think your value which is changing is of fixed length of 2 digits, for that you will be using 0 to 9 2 times. If it is of 3 digits, you can use it 3 times, and so on. But if you think your value is not of defined size, it can change in future. For example, now order number is let's say now the order number is 176, but in future it can be in thousands also. So number of digits can be 3, can be 4, can be 5. So I cannot restrict it with 0 to 9 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, because it is unpredictable. It is dynamic. So length can change. If you think length cannot change, then you will be using these 3 options. You can use these options. But if you think length will keep on incrementing with every insertion, then this is the best option. It will include all the digits of any length. A to Z X for the same. If you think changing data is character and it is one character, then we can use A to Z like this. If you think it's a combination of 2 characters, then we can use A to Z 2 times like this, 0 to 9. Same ways, I can use A to Z 1 time, again A to Z another time, then that means it is of 2 characters. The changing string is not of fixed length, then we can use A to Z star. So in my opinion, this is the best option, 0 to 9 star or A to Z star, because it's going to handle the future insertions too. If you think you cannot predict length of the digits or characters, then these are the best options. Now let's see how to implement it. So we will be substituting these expressions at the place where the dynamic value is. For example, we will be replacing 176 with one of these expressions. Let's see how to work on that. So here it is 176. So we will be removing it and inserting regular expression over here. As we know, according to our requirement, we are entering 0 to 9 and star. So this is my regular expression, because I think length of my number can change in future, and you should always create test cases or record test cases for future use, not for today's test case. So in future it might be in thousands, it might be in lakhs, so we never know. So that's why we are handling it with 0 to 9 star instead of writing 0 to 9 2 times, 3 times or 4 times, because length is not fixed. If you want to evaluate whether you are writing right regular expression or not, then you can use this evaluator. You can click on this arrow mark over here and see here at the end, open regular expression evaluator. You can click on that. Here we will be clicking on highlight. If it will get highlighted, that means this is a right regular expression. So we'll click on that and it got highlighted. That means it is right regular expression. I'll show you if I'm removing star from here and now I'll say highlight. See, it is not highlighting. That means this is not a right regular expression. So you can verify with this option too. So here I will be putting star and click on highlight. It got highlighted. That means I'm using right regular expression. I'll click on OK. Here also I'll click on OK. And now we will be clicking on OK again. And click on new search over here. Stop recording from here. So look at this, checkpoint has been inserted on this and it is regular expression. we will be executing this test case and it will fail. I will be letting you know what is the reason of failure. Our checkpoints and regular expressions are okay. We'll discuss that condition why it will fail. So first of all, let's execute and see how it works. So it is executing. Entering all the information, entering the passenger name, and see it's stuck on this line where it is verifying the order number. Our regular expression is checking the dynamic value. After checking it, it will move to next step. So it moved to next step, and let's see. As expected, my regular expression failed. Guys, I'm again repeating, there was no problem in the way you are implementing regular expression. I'll tell you reason behind it. Reason behind it is, let me show it to you. So as I've told you, it will fail. Yes, it failed. Reason is not regular expressions. Yes, we have implemented regular expression in a right way. But the only thing is, when this particular option, when we clicked on order button, this application waited for some time and then the confirmation message appeared. As we know guys, UFT waits only for 20 seconds for particular element to get loaded. And here that wait event is not inserted. If you remember synchronization point, we need to insert wait event here because when we executed it, it was so fast that it failed to verify this particular object and it moved to new search option. Because verification took more than 20 seconds and UFT moved to next step. And that's why verification was not completed. So here we will be implementing synchronization point. You know one of the ways of implementing synchronization point, that is we need to go to the record mode and implement synchronization point over here. But if you think your application got refreshed and it came to first page and you cannot record it from the application, like in our case, look at the application. It came to first page. If I'll record, I have to again fill all the information and go to order button and then enter the synchronization point. But this is like quite complicated way. This is one of the ways. You have already learned that way in previous videos. I'm going to show you another way of implementing synchronization point. It's very simple. You can add wait property here. So here I can write wait. And then I'll be writing how many seconds I want UFT to wait. So I want UFT to wait for 2 seconds after this step. So as soon as I'll click on order button, it should wait for 2 seconds so that this message pop up. And that's why I want UFT to wait for it. My regular expression failed because this particular element was not loaded, and it moved to next step. There was no problem in regular expression implementation. It's just we need to tell UFT to wait for some time so that this element get appeared, and then after verifying it, it should move to new search. Now we will be again executing it. So it started executing. Enter the information accordingly. Look at this side also. So it waited for 2 seconds, went for next step. Now it is passed. So it is just wait event. So it waited and the element get loaded. This is how it got verified. So if we have to cross check it, you can scroll down this report and look at this status checkpoint. Look at this. Expected is 0 to 9 star completed, and here actual is 178. At the time of insertion, if you remember, it was 176. Because I have inserted regular expression over here, it is handling the dynamic data too. So guys, this is how you can implement regular expressions. That's all for today. Thank you.